A very good Thursday morning to everyone out there across the Wobbles community and beyond. Landon here with you to bring you your weather and night forecast courtesy of On Target. We got quite a bit to talk about, as you can imagine. Taking a look here at the latest surface map, we got this stationary boundary setting up shop right along the spine of the Appalachian Mountains. You can see some of the cloud cover that's working in here. But if you take a look out there early this morning, we're going to have some breaks of sunshine to deal with throughout the early part of the day. But then we're going to have the cloud cover moving in here, and this is going to be followed by tropical-like downpours here across the region as we work later into the day, especially tonight, and then on into our Friday as well. Cloud cover obviously coming off of Helene down in the Gulf of Mexico. This thing is churning and intensifying at an extraordinarily rapid rate. The Big Bend, you can see where the hurricane warnings are already put up out there. Everyone along the Gulf Coast looks to be receiving some sort of impact from this, stretching from Louisiana over towards and out in Florida. But that's also going to include us as we work throughout the overnight on into tomorrow and even throughout the entirety of the weekend, unfortunately. Let's get a look across the region, shall we? We'll kick things off overlooking the Reed Dossier Skycam overlooking Brownsville. Got some scattered cloud cover already present up and over in that direction. We can take a look down in Gold City. Simpson County socked in underneath dense fog where the clear skies have occurred after all the rainfall that we received here over the past few days. After that fog lifts out, partly sunny throughout this morning, but then we're going to be having the cloud cover thickening back up. That will be followed by more rain and thunderstorm chances. Temperatures and dew points hanging out right around the 60-degree mark. Highs this afternoon going to climb somewhere between the mid and upper 70s. We'll see how warm we can get before the cloud bank begins to move in here as we progress and work throughout this afternoon. A little bit better view at the latest surface map. We have this pinwheeling upper level low. It's going to be diving down right across the Tennessee, Mississippi, and lower Ohio valleys. That is going to gobble up the remnants there of Hurricane Helene. They're going to combine, and that is what is going to result in the multiple day chances of widespread showers and storms for us. All right, so let's jump right into it and let's talk about what is exactly going to be unfolding here for us. Taking a look here, first and foremost, we're looking at the 500 millibar level. This is roughly 20,000 feet extended vertically up above our heads. We've got this upper level low that is firmly intact. We've got Hurricane Helene that is pressing northward, tracking basically due north-northeast out of the Gulf of Mexico. We were looking at this yesterday, folks, but as you can see, models haven't really changed. We work throughout the overnight, and as we get into sunrise on Friday and throughout tonight as well, we have what's referred to as the Fujiwara effect. That is whenever this upper level low is combining here with this remnants of the hurricane that should be around tropical storm strength at this time, and ingesting itself into becoming one giant pinwheeling cutoff low pressure system. As this does gobble each other up, this is going to overstay its welcome, folks. That's the characteristic with upper level lows. They just sit and they spin and they kind of meander before finally getting out of our hair, if you have any, that is. But you can see here, as you work into the weekend, this thing just sits there and really overstays its welcome, folks. We're looking at Saturday night, and it's still located over the western confluence of Kentucky, southern Illinois, eastern Missouri, and northwestern Tennessee. This continues all the way through Sunday as well, even into the start of Monday, folks, as that low pulls off to the east. Wraparound moisture is going to be keeping rain chances present across the region. Now we'll finally get a flip of the script as we work into Tuesday on into our Wednesday. That thing is going to get out of here, bringing in some winds out of the north and west. It's going to be cooler. It's going to be less humid with more sunshine. It should be beautiful, at least in the Tuesday to Wednesday time frame of next week, before we have more weather makers that could be arriving thereafter. All right, so now we're going to combine that with what the simulated radar is showcasing. You can blatantly see the upper level low located right here with the red dashed isotherms, all right? Here comes the hurricane jolting northward, and then they're going to combine. So it would appear that as soon as this afternoon, we could get in and see some scattered showers, maybe a few storms develop. But the widespread activity that everyone is going to get in on looks like it might hold off until after sunset tonight, as you can see here. Here we are getting into the pre-dawn hours of Friday. Then we work throughout the day on Friday. This is whenever the heaviest axis of rainfall is expected to impact the region. Going to have to be dealing with gusty winds with the center of the remnants of Helene right here on our doorstep. Folks, with the saturated soils out there and with as much rainfall as we've received, if we can get some of these tropical winds up in here, 30 to 40 to 50 miles an hour, it's not going to take much to put some trees over. So this is going to definitely be worth keeping very, very close eyes on here as we work over the course of the upcoming days for this very, very complex weather maker to finally get out of here. Here we are working into Friday night. Here we are getting into Saturday. Scattered showers and storms remain the name of the game. Actually, it'll probably be widespread at times as well. This continues through the end of the weekend. Here we are looking at Sunday afternoon. Here we are looking at Sunday night. On Monday, as previously mentioned, folks, that wraparound moisture on the backside of the low is just going to keep it kind of nasty in regards to the forecast. Scattered rain and storm chances, gusty winds that'll be howling out of the north and west at times. And then we get a cold front that passes through here and sweeps that sucker off. Tuesday into Wednesday, high pressure provides northerly flow underneath rays of sunshine. It is going to feel immaculate by roughly the middle part of next week. All right, to get a little bit closer view of what's going to unfold, here's a look at the rain chances as we work throughout the day. Maybe a few pop-up sprinkles or a stray shower throughout this morning, but I think the vast majority, if not all of us, will stay dry. And then as we get into this afternoon, folks, they're going to remain scattered in nature. 2 o'clock, 3 to 4 o'clock. We got some blossoming out along and ahead of the primary activity over here. But look after sunset, folks. Here comes the widespread tropical-like downpours, gusty wind gusts, continuing all the way through our Friday. Here we are getting into Friday evening. Here we are working into Saturday morning. Here we are getting into Saturday afternoon. You kind of get the picture, folks. I hate to be a broken record, but daily rain and storm chances today all the way through the end of the weekend, even bleeding over into the early days of next week. All right, here's a look at the latest from the National Hurricane Center. Expected to be a major hurricane. It is strengthening rapidly this morning. Very warm ocean temperatures, very little wind shear. This is the recipe for hurricanes to really pick up their strength. Going to be making landfall overnight or late this afternoon into the pre-dawn hours of our Friday. Remaining hurricane strength and tropical storm strength through Georgia. And then it becomes a tropical depression by Friday afternoon, continuing to meander around our region, remaining as a tropical depression all the way through at least Saturday morning. All right, now we can take a silver lining from all this rain, folks, and it is the significant drought conditions that have tried to unfold here across the region. Taking into account the rain from earlier this week that we've been dealing with, combined with what we're going to get this afternoon all the way through the weekend, this is going to be putting a large, significant dent in our drought conditions, if not erasing some of the drought conditions completely across the area. So hopefully we can get the bulk of this rain on the ground. We would prefer a more steadier, rate. But with that being said, flooding concerns will obviously become an issue. All right, here's a look at the latest packet that has been put together by our brilliant folks up at our local National Weather Service office up in Louisville. We have got a slight risk of significant rainfall. That is the yellow coloration. 2 to 4 plus inches of rain is going to be likely with this. Wind gusts 35 to 45 plus miles an hour throughout our Friday. This is mainly going to be late in the morning throughout the afternoon and evening. Obviously, minor flooding will be possible, and the weakly rooted trees could fall given the saturated grounds that we've been dealing with. The significant rainfall amounts, as far as the widespread stuff, is expected to arrive here at some point between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. this evening here across the Wobbles community. As previously mentioned, heaviest rain total stretching from central Kentucky across western Kentucky. And folks, look there over just west of our region. That would include us as well. They've got some indications of 4 to 6 inches of rainfall that could very well become a possibility for us. So that's going to be worth keeping very, very close eyes on, all right? Here's a full breakdown for you folks of your next 6-day weather forecast, and long story short, daily rain and storm chances. We're going to be dry this morning, then we get into this afternoon. In evening, a steady uptick in the rain and storms, highs right around the mid and upper 70s, upper 60s, lower 70s. For both your Friday and Saturday, with widespread showers and storms continuing to impact the region. Flooding concerns will be maximized throughout this time, and the possibility of anything severe coming through. Sunday, it's going to be more scattered in nature, but highs right back up into the mid and upper 70s. Continuing on Monday and Tuesday, highs in the mid and upper 70s for most of us, but only an isolated rain chance with a cloud cover, gradually decreasing across the region. Folks, it's going to wrap up your Thursday morning, Baby Friday edition of your Weather or Not Bowling Green weather forecast presented by On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Stay dry and stay weather aware with the remnants of Helene